Let's go over the basics of epithelial tissue. The first thing we want to start out with is how do we name these tissues? If we break it down, it's basically two parts. The first part of the tissue tells us how many layers there are, and then the second part tells us the shape of the cells. Don't worry, we'll be sure to practice these in each example. Now let's look at this first example. It says simple squamous epithelium. We can translate that name, and I encourage you to do that with all of the tissue types you see. The first word, simple, means one layer. It's simple. That second word, squamous, refers to the shape of the cell. Now these are flat, scaly-shaped cells, which is what squamous means. And epithelium just refers to the major category of tissue. Remember, there are three other tissues: connective, muscle, and nervous. So if we translate this, this means one layer of scaly-shaped cells. Now, let's look at the locations. I want you to repeat after me. Form follows function. I can't hear you. Form follows function. What does this mean? This means that our body parts look a specific way because of the jobs they were designed to do. So let's just take a moment to look at these locations. You've got air sacs of the lungs lining the heart, blood vessels, and lymphatic vessels. What is happening at those locations? Lots of transactions. Another word we may say is diffusion. Remember, diffusion is when you have substances that move from areas of high concentration to areas of a low concentration. Now let's jump over to the function, and we'll put all of this together. So this says allows materials to pass through by diffusion and filtration, secretes lubricating substances. I want to focus on the diffusion. If we think about blood vessels, what's happening, especially at the capillary beds? We have oxygen and carbon dioxide rapidly exchanging. Do you want your body to really struggle? Do you want those gases to have to squirm their way through many, many layers? No, you want that to be super simple. Therefore, we have the thinnest protective layer possible, simple squamous epithelium. That's what I mean by form follows function. As you're reviewing these tissues, make sure you tell a story. In one sentence, describe why it makes sense that you would find that tissue type in that part of the body. This is going to make your life so much easier. Happy studying!